Good morning, everyone. Let us start.
Morning, sir.
We have been learning about river systems of India. We have learned about two major river systems in India. Those are Himalayan river systems, then peninsular river systems. In the Himalayan river systems, we have learned about the Ganga, the Indus, and Brahmaputra river systems. We also have already started peninsular river systems. Okay, so we have learned about the western flowing rivers like the Narmada River, Tapti River, and some other small and short rivers. So today we shall start with the discussion about the east flowing rivers. Okay, so I will present my screen. So we shall start from the Godabri Basin. So this is one of the east flowing rivers flowing into the Bay of Bengal. Now let us find out the important features of this river. So what is the length of this river? What are the important tributaries? From where it is originated? So now let us learn. So this river Godabri is the largest peninsular river. Okay, one of the most important features is that this is one of the largest peninsular rivers. Lanchenba, what happened? So Godabri River, you can say this is the largest peninsular rivers. And about the origin, it rises from the slopes of the Western Ghats in Nasik district of Maharashtra. Now let us see drainage map. So this is the drainage map of India, showing the major rivers of India. And here you must know that this is the only and most important map, okay, of this chapter 3 drainage, because the map items of this map will be asked in the final examination. Okay, either it may be identification or for location. Map items will be asked in the final examination as well as in the unit tests. So about the origin of the Godabri River, it is here. It is originated from the Nasik district in Maharashtra, as mentioned here. See, Nasik district of Maharashtra, and it is flowing eastward, and it is flowing into the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so this is the Godabri River. And so about the length of this Godabri Basin, it is about 1,500 kilometers long, and most of the basins, okay, of this river lies in Maharashtra. It is about 50% of the river basin area lies in Maharashtra. And other states which are drained by Godabri Basin are these Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, and it is joined by number of tributaries. So what are those tributaries? the Purna, the Varda, the Pranhita, the Manjra, the Wine Ganga, the Pain Ganga. Okay, the last three one, that is the Manjra, then Wine Ganga and Pain Ganga. So these tributaries, these rivers are very large. Okay, and see, this Godabri River is known as Dakshin Ganga, or the Ganga of the south. Okay, because of its length and the area it covers. As we learned earlier that the Godabri River is the largest river in peninsular India, in South India, and it is very long, about 1,500 kilometers long, and it covers a very big area of the state of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Orissa and Andhra Pradesh, and that is why it is known as Dakshin Ganga. Okay, because it takes almost all the characteristic of river Ganga, which is the largest river in India. Okay, so next important river is the Mahanadi Basin. So where does it rise? The Mahanadi River rises in the highlands of Chhattisgarh. Okay, in the highlands of Chhattisgarh. Let us see. Here. So this is the origin of Mahanadi River. Here lies Madhya Pradesh and here lies Chhattisgarh. Okay, from the hills, from the highlands of Chhattisgarh, the Mahanadi River rises, and it flows through Orissa to reach the Bay of Bengal. The length of the river is about 860 kilometers, and this river is shared by these states of Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Orissa. Okay, so it is here. Here this is the Mahanadi River, as I have shown you earlier. So comparatively this is shorter than the Narmada and this Godabri. Any question from your side? Any question about? Okay. Any question about this Godabri, Mahanadi River? Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is no question from you. Okay, let us proceed then. So next important river is the Krishna Basin, and so this river rises from a spring, okay, from a spring near Mahabaleshwar, and it flows for about 1,400 kilometers and reaches the Bay of Bengal. It rises from a spring. See, this Krishna River here. This is the original Krishna River, okay, and it is flowing towards the east and flowing into the Bay of Bengal. So it rises from a spring, okay, that is oozing out of water from the underground. That is what we call a spring. The length of Krishna River is 1,400 kilometers, and so important tributaries of this river, branches of this river, are the Tungabhadra, then Koyana, Ghatprabha, the Munshi, the Bhima, okay, and the drainage basin. This river serves the states of Maharashtra, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Next we have another important river, the Godabri Basin. So it rises in the Brahmagiri range of Western Ghats and reaches the Bay of Bengal in the south of Kudalur in Tamil Nadu. Okay, it rises from the Western Ghats. And the name of the range is known as Brahmagiri. Okay, Brahmagiri. And see here, this is the Kaveri River. So from here it rises and it flows towards the east and falls into the Bay of Bengal. So what is the length of this river? Here this river is about 760 kilometers long, and important tributaries are given here: Amravati, Bhavani, Hemavati and Kabini. And this river serves states of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Okay, so these are the major east flowing rivers of Peninsular Plateau. And one information about Kaveri River is given here. The river Kaveri makes the second biggest waterfall in India, known as Shiva Samudram Falls, and the hydroelectric power generated from the fall is supplied to Mysuru, Bengaluru and the Kolar gold field. Okay, so this is an information given here. And can you tell me the biggest waterfall in India here? Can you tell me, do you have any idea about the biggest waterfall in India? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. So actually, when we talk about the height of the waterfall, it is said that Nokkalikai Falls in Meghalaya is the highest waterfall in India. But when we talk about the significance, okay, about the significance of the waterfall, it is mentioned that Jog Fall or Gesarapa Falls in Karnataka is the biggest waterfall. Okay, Jog Fall. See spelling, so I will just Jog, Z-O-Z. Okay, Jog Falls. It is in Karnataka, western part of Karnataka. So it is said to be the biggest waterfall in India. And beside the rivers given above, we have small, short but very important east flowing rivers like the Damodar River, Brahmani, then Baitarani, then Subhanrekha. Okay, all these are very important, and some iron and steel industries are also using the water of these rivers for cooling their machines. Okay, so this is about these river systems in India. Any question from your side about river systems? Any question? Any question from your side about river system?
No, sir.
Okay, then let us proceed. So the next important topic is lakes. I think you are very much familiar with lakes. And see, lakes, actually this is an enclosed water body. Okay, so this is a large water body, and generally lakes are enclosed, surrounded by lane. But some of the lakes, okay, one side may be open. If the lake is located on the sea coast, one side may be open, okay. And say most of the lakes have fresh water, but some of the lakes may be saline also. Okay, so in this section we will learn different types of lakes based on origin, Okay, so one information is given here. Lakes are large extent. Lakes of large extent are called seas, like the Caspian Sea, Dead Sea, Aral Sea. Okay, the word sea may be added, but these are lakes. Okay, if the size of the lake is very big, then we call it sea also, but generally these are lakes. Okay, because it is surrounded by lane on all sides. For the sea, there is a big opening on one side. You have to know. Okay, so let us proceed. India has many lakes. India has different types of lakes, and so some lakes are permanent, and the permanent means containing water throughout the year, while some lakes are seasonal, just like river. Okay, contain water only during the rainy season. And now let us discuss about the origin of different types of lakes found in India. So first one is that some of the lakes, okay, so some of the lakes, okay, somebody is coming. Some of the lakes are originated due to the action of glaciers and ice sheets. Okay, some of the lakes are originated because of glaciers and ice sheet. I think all of you have learned what are glaciers. Glaciers are a large mass of moving ice. Now let us see how lakes are formed by glaciers. Okay, so here suppose this is a sloping land surface, okay, or a mountain slope, and here let us suppose this sloping surface is covered with a thick layer of ice, glacier. So this is the land surface, and here this is glacier. So this is a thick layer of glacier. Sometimes it may be as thick as 1000 meter also, very thick. Okay. And say in this case, see here, let us say the surface is covered with soft rock. This portion, let us say, is covered with soft rocks, and you know the glacier is moving downwards under the influence of gravity. And see here in this case, because of the weight of the ice from above, I have told you that sometimes the thickness of the glacier is about 1000 meter or even more also, and because of the weight of the ice from above, okay, because of the pressure from above, the ice at the bottom will be melted. Okay, the ice here will be melted because of the weight, because of the pressure from above, and therefore the water will get wet the surface here. This area is got wet with the melted water, and therefore the water will be absorbed and it will be softened. And as the glacier moves downwards, okay, this area will be removed. It will be removed by the this flowing down of the this moving down of the glacier. Sometime here below the glacier you may find stones, okay, fragmented stones embedded at the bottom, and these stones also will scratch the surface, and therefore a scar will be formed like this. Okay, below the glacier a scar will be formed like this, and this process will continue, and the size of depression will grow like this. Okay, because of the scratching of the surface done by the these rock fragments. Okay, this is known as abrasion in geography also, and because of the melted ice, so the depression will grow, and when the glacier is melted again, it will be filled up with water, and thus it forms a lake. Okay, it forms a lake. So in this way, some of the lakes are formed by the glacier. Okay, any question? Any question? Okay, then another type of lake here. Some of the lakes are formed by wind action. See, in this case, see, it is mainly found in these desert areas. Okay, in the desert areas, actually we have a term known as deflation. Okay, deflation. Deflation, actually this is the process of carrying away of sand particles by the action of the wind. So it is like this. Let us say this is a desert surface covering with sand, a thick layer of sand. Okay, here we have this layer containing hard rock, and this is covered with these sands, a thick layer of sands. Okay, and when there is a very strong eddy wind, sandstorm, okay, turbulent wind, eddy wind, that is the rotating wind like this. Because of the rotating wind, the sand from here will be carried away by the wind. Okay, say by the wind, and this process is known as deflation in geography. Okay, so because of this, while you were playing in this school playground, sometimes you may be seeing that some rotating wind, eddy winds, lifting up peppers, then grasses up in the sky. Okay, that is called deflation. And because of the deflation activities, the sand will be carried upward, will be thrown away somewhere, and here there will be a depression formed by the action of the wind. Okay, and so when there is rainfall, this depression will be filled up by the rainwater and it will become a lake. Okay, so in this way, wind action also forms lakes. Okay, then another one given here is river action. This one we have also learned earlier. See, it is formed in the case of meandering, and we have already talked about meandering. See, this is a meander. Okay, this is a meander, and here, so this is the other side of the river. Now let us see how the river is flowing. So the river is flowing down this side, and when it flows down this side, okay, the river water will strike at this side of the bank. So there will be erosion here, and again the river will flow downward and will strike this side of the bank. Again it will continue like this and will strike here, and this side will be eroded. Okay, like this. Again it will flow downward. So in this way, see, because the water is striking on this side of the bank, this side will be eroded, and this side will be deposited, and here also this side will be eroded, this side will be deposited. And as the process continue for a long time, the sinuosity will be increased, the size of the loop will be increased like this. Okay, the loop will be increased like this. And when there is a flood in the river, okay, during the rainy season, when there is flood, see, when the river water strike here, this portion will be cut, and the river will flow straight like this. and here this side, this mouth will be closed, this side will be closed, and thus forming a horseshoe shaped lake. And what is the name of this lake? Do you remember? What is the name of the lake formed by river meander? Anybody?
Oxbow.
Ah, yes, very good. Oxbow Lake. So in this way, rivers also form lakes known as oxbow lakes. Another one is speech and bars. Okay, speech and bars also form lakes known as lagoon in the coastal area. So it is like this for the okay, let me open another page. Let us say this is an indented, okay, indented course. Let us say this is an indented sea course, and this side we have land surface, and this side we have water. Okay, so this side is land, and this side we have sea. And see, because of the action of the sea wave, okay, because of the action of sea wave, a ridge of sand may be forming from this side, a ridge of sand like this. So here this is also occupied by the sea water. Again, let me draw a cross section. So this is the slope of the land, and it goes below the sea like this. And here this is the sea level. Okay, this is the sea level. This is the sea level, and here, see, when the wind blows over it, so waves are caused. So this is the sea wave, and the sea wave may strike here. Okay, and when the sea wave strikes here, this area will be eroded. Okay, the sand lying here will be carried downwards, and it will be carried back, and let us say the wave dies here. The wave is dissipated here. Okay, the wave is dead here. And because of that, when the wave dies here, the sand carried by the wave will be deposited on the floor of the sea. This process will continue. Okay, when the wave strikes on the land, it will be eroded. The eroded material will be carried backward, and at the place where the wave is dead, then it will be deposited, and this process will grow and will rise above the sea level. So in this way, a ridge of sand will be formed, and it is extending towards the other end of the enclosed area. So this is known as, this ridge of sand is known as spit. Okay, as mentioned there, this is known as spit. I think it is mentioned in the textbook. See, spits. Generally, spits are a ridge of sand. Okay, starting from one side of the course, and when see, the spits are growing towards the other, see, sometimes it is growing, again it is growing, and it may sometimes close this area, or it may going to touch the other end of the enclosed area. So when it is closed like this, okay, when a ridge of sand is closed, totally closed like this is known as bar. Okay, and so here this portion of the sea becomes a lake. So it becomes a lake, and in geography such feature is known as lagoon. Okay, and the lagoon is a type of lake, and you will see examples of lagoon. You will see examples of lagoon here. It is mentioned, okay, here, like Silica Lake. This is an example of lagoon, Silica Lake, and Godabri Lake. Let us see this map. Here lies the Silica Lake. Okay, this is a lagoon, and here lies the Godabri Lake, and here lies the Silica Lake. So all these lakes are formed by the process mentioned above. All these lakes are formed by the sea waves. Okay, and these are lagoons. And say about the seasonal lakes, we have examples. Okay, like the Sambar Lake in Rajasthan. So this is a seasonal lake, and it contains lots of salt, okay, in it. And sometimes the salt content is very high that we can produce salt. We can produce salt after evaporating the lake water. Okay. And you must know that most of the lakes in the Himalayan region are freshwater lakes. Okay. And they are of glacial origin, as I told you. But some of the lakes, okay, like Wular Lake, so this is the largest freshwater lake in India. It is in Jammu and Kashmir, and these lakes are formed by tectonic activity. Okay, so do you remember about faulting process? Anybody who remembers the faulting process? Faulting, subsidence, do you remember? Okay, I will tell you if you don't remember it. See, here faulting. Say again, I have to draw. Okay, say these are the different formations of the earth. Okay, so it was formed in one particular geologic time. This is another layer formed in another geologic time, and each layer is known as formation. And because of the tensional force, okay, that is two forces are moving away from a common point, okay, there may be subsidence here. And so it may goes like this. So here it may be subsided like this. The surface will be subsided like this. Here, okay, so here, so it is subsided like this. So this is the first layer. This is the first layer. The first layer is coming here, and second layer is coming here. So this process in geography is known as faulting. Okay, sorry, faulting. So some of the lakes like this lake, Wular Lake, okay, like mentioned here, some of the lakes like these Wular lakes are formed by this tectonic process. Okay, so when water is filled up here, when water is filled up in such depressions formed by faulting process, okay, a lake is formed here. So Wular Lake is an example formed by tectonic activity, that is because of subsidence. Okay. And so other say examples of freshwater lake, we have Dal Lake in Jammu Kashmir, then Bhimtal in the Himalayan region, Nainital in the Himalayan region, we have Loktak Lake in Manipur, then Barapani in Meghalaya. So this is a photograph of our lake. Okay, Loktak Lake is here. Okay, so this is the Loktak Lake, and I think you are seeing Thanga Island also. And here another one, this one, damming of rivers for generation of hydel power has also led to the formation of lake. That means some of the lakes are artificial. Okay, so sometimes human beings dig lakes for storing water. Okay, and sometimes because of the damming, say a river is flowing down here. This is the land surface. A river is flowing down here, and when we construct a dam here, okay, and so this portion becomes a reservoir, so it becomes a lake. So this is an artificial lake. Okay, so example of this type of lake we have this Guru Gobind Sagar. Okay, this is an example. Guru Gobind Sagar. See, Rana Pratap Sagar also there. Rana Pratap Sagar. This is also artificial lake. Gandhi Sagar. This is also artificial lake made by human beings. Okay. Then Krishna Raja Sagar Reservoir. So these are Nizam Sagar also there. These are artificial lakes that is made by dug out by the human beings. Okay. Then in this paragraph, see, you will find importance of lake, usefulness of lakes. Okay, so the lakes, as mentioned here, are of great value to human beings. Number one point is that lakes help to regulate the flow water. When there is heavy rainfall, the rainwater will be collected in the lake. Okay, and thus it prevents flooding because of the lakes. Okay, it prevents flooding, and sometimes because of the dams made by the human beings, okay, like this, it also prevents flood in the low-lying area. Say because of the damming here, flood in the low-lying area maybe it may be protected. Okay, then see, lakes also can be used for developing hydel power. See, Loktak hydroelectric project is an example. Okay, that say lake water is drained away towards the this Lematak area, and again there the turbine is say rotated, and hydroelectricity is generated. Okay, then they moderate the climate of the surroundings. Say, see, lake cools down the surrounding environments. Say, for example, this is a big lake. Okay, and because of this, there may be lake breeze. Okay, there may be lake breeze, there may be a land breeze like this, and when there is lake breeze, then the village located here will be cooled down. Okay, so in this way, lakes moderate the temperature, okay, the climatic condition of the nearby areas. Okay, and another one, it also maintains aquatic ecosystem, enhance natural beauty. Sometimes lakes are so beautiful that it attracts human beings, and it becomes a tourist spot and have developed in tourism, and so it provides recreation, it provides pleasure, okay, leisure to the human beings. So any question about lakes? Any question about lakes? Boys and girls, any question about lakes? Any question about lakes? Nobody is responding. Any question about lakes? Am I connected?
Sir.
Okay. Then if you don't have any question, then we shall proceed. Remember, as per circular number 50 by 2020 of CBSE, okay, say questions can be asked from this chapter 3 also, because we have covered this chapter. You will be knowing that the theoretical aspects of this chapter will not be asked in the final examination, but again CBSE is telling that once it is covered, it can be asked in the unit test, and it can be given in the practical, okay, marks as a part of practical marks.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
That CBSE, what you're saying, can you tell me? I was out for a little while.
Well, which one?
That you're saying that CBSE covering something.
Actually,
The
see,
lesson.
Because of the COVID-19, okay, CBSE is deleting some of the topics from your textbook, and this chapter 3 is one of it, but they are telling that map items will be asked. Question and answer may not be asked in the final examination, but again they are telling that map items, the name of the rivers, name of the lakes, for locating, for identification on the map of India will be asked in the final examination. And that is why we have been learning this chapter. And again another circular is coming this on that 17, I think, and they are telling that once it is covered, once the theoretical aspects are learned, then it can be asked in the unit test. Okay, we can ask it in the unit test. If a unit test is conducted, I may ask question from here also. And I think you will be writing down the question and the answer assignment in your notebooks about drainage also, and the marks will be given for that, and that mark will be carried for the final examination. Okay, the circular number is 50/2020, CBSE circular number. Okay, so if you don't have any questions, so let us proceed. Here again, the role of rivers in the economy, importance of river, usefulness of rivers in the economy of a country. You know that since the time immemorial, rivers supply water to the human beings. Okay, so we need water for different uses, for drinking, for washing, for irrigation, nowadays for industries, for generating hydroelectricity. Okay, so rivers can be used, river water can be used in different ways. So uses of river is given here. Using rivers for irrigation, navigation, hydropower generation is of special significance to a country like India, where agriculture is the major source of livelihood for majority of population. 58% of the Indians are cultivators, and we dependent on agriculture, and for agriculture we need irrigation. Okay, so river water is used for irrigation, number 1 point. It is used for navigation, that is for transportation on water, and after constructing dams on the river, okay, electricity can be harnessed, and that is called hydropower. So these are the important uses of rivers. And any question about the usefulness of river? Any question from your side? I think nobody is responding. That means you don't have problem. So what are these messages? Okay, net problem is there. Alfred, are you connected? Okay, so let us proceed and see. The last part is about river pollution. In the lower classes also, in the science classes, you might have learned about pollution, different types of pollution. When unwanted substances are found in an environment, maybe in the air, or maybe in the water, or maybe in the soil, we call it pollution, right? And so how is river water polluted? Can you tell me, how is river water polluted? Anybody? See,
by throwing garbage into the river.
Yes, when we throw unwanted substances, that is plastic bottles, then other things, okay, in the river, so river water is polluted and it is unfit for human use. And see, nowadays we are draining river water more and more, and so the volume of water flowing in the riverbed is very low, and that is why the quality of the water in the river is affected, because river has its own self-cleansing capacity. When we throw some dirty water, if the volume water is very big, then the dirty water will be diluted and it will be clean naturally. But when the volume of river water is very less, then the cleansing capacity will be low and the river will be polluted. Okay, So another cause of river pollution is given here. Heavy lot of untreated sewage and industrial effluents are emptied into the river. Nowadays from the big cities, from the big cities, from the domestic households, from the bathrooms, we are just pouring gray water, dirty water, we call it sewage or sewerage, into the river, thus polluting the river. Then from the industries, untreated, containing toxic chemicals or very hot waters used in the industries are released into the river, causing the water polluted. And when we drain hot water into the river, that is called thermal pollution, and that also affect the aquatic ecosystem. And see, because of this one, urbanization, when the number of people is increased in the big cities, when the size of the city grows, it increases the pollution level of water. And because of industrialization, that is when we emptied this industrial effluent means the solid waste or the liquid waste from the industries are released into the river. The river water is polluted. So these are the different ways how river water is polluted. And so to solve the problem of this river pollution, say you must know that this Narmada River is also polluted. Then Yamuna River is also highly polluted. Ganga River is also polluted in India. And so to control the pollution and to solve the problem of pollution, this National River Conservation Plan has been taken up by the central government. One of such program is the Ganga Action Plan, GAP. It was started in the year 1985, and the objective of this Ganga Action Plan is to clean the water of Ganga and to improve the quality of rivers in the country. And so in this regard, some terms are there. Some projects are there. One is also given here. Just to solve the problem here, Namami Gange program. So this is one of the programs taken by the central government to clean the Ganga River. So this was started in June 2014. So this is one of the most important projects to clean the Ganga River. And likewise for the Narmada River also, we have this Namabi Devi Narmade. So all these are related with the controlling of pollution of rivers. So these are some of the steps taken by the central government and the state government. And as we as a student of geography also can participate in controlling the pollution of the rivers by not throwing these garbages, plastic bottles and other unwanted things into the rivers, into the streams. And by giving public awareness to the people not to throw these non-biodegradable things to the river. So any question from your side? Any question from your side? Any question? So so if you don't have any problem, then see, for today up to here. Next time we shall discuss about map work, how to answer a map question will be discussed in the next class. for today up to here. Thank you for joining my class. As usual, please leave your name in the WhatsApp group for attendance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.